All right, guys, I have one more tip on bone broth. I'm gonna show you what I've done here real fast. Okay, so I've strained my bone broth. You can see most of the veggies are in here. See all these bones? Look how soft they are. And you see how this one, like, look how it just crumbles. You see all that bone marrow there? So I'm gonna go through, see, it's just so soft. So I'm gonna go through and crumble as much as possible in here. And then I'm going to put veggies back in. I'm gonna put a few extra ones back in here once I've like crumbled all of my bones. This is how I eke out every ounce of nutrients to get more bone broth. So I'm gonna crush as much as possible. You can see there. Add water, add apple cider vinegar, salt, veggies, and then I'm just gonna barely cover this with water. It's not gonna be a full container of water. It's gonna be like up to here, just because most of the really good stuff has already been taken out. So I'm gonna put just a little bit of water, and then I'm going to do this for another 2 hours again to get all of these. See how that hasn't been accessed yet? And there's still so much goodness in there. Do you see that? So that's how you get your biggest bang for your buck. And I promise you, you guys, you can't pay money for this kind of good nutrients in the stores. That's why I want you guys to make it yourself, because bone marrow, look how rich that is. Do you see how dark that is? So again, just crushing all my bones. I'm gonna add back in my veggies here that I strained, put them back in. I'm gonna put fresh veggies, more salt, and then I'm just gonna fill it just barely above all of the veggies and bones to get that extra oomph of nutrients from my bones again. And that way I have more broth. So you see how much broth I have here already? So it just gives me a little bit extra to sip on, or for my kids to sip on. So hopefully that was a good and helpful tip. I know I'm weird. I like to utilize every ounce of like produce and bones and veggies. And you guys, okay, my second tip. If you have carrots or celery or onions that are about to turn off, put that in your bone broth. You don't have to throw that away. So I always put my celery that I haven't used up in a week or two, and I'll put it in there. So you don't have to buy fresh produce. You can always put your older produce in there. That's my yucky, messy fingers for you. So I hope you guys are having a good morning. We will chat with you all at 5 o'clock Mountain Standard Time today. I don't know if you can hear me.